everyone, welcome to the movie Morgue. I am your host, Collin Peters, here for this episode, and today I'm going to be talking about the Halloween movie franchise. Alright, so as everybody knows, Jeff, John, and I are huge Halloween and horror fans. Halloween the holiday, Halloween the movie series, horror in general, we love it. And just about every time you talk about horror to somebody, usually Halloween comes up in a conversation, and everybody always says, oh, John Carpenter's original is the greatest one ever, and hey, it holds its merits. I mean, no doubt about it. It's a classic for a reason. But what has been kind of annoying me, well, not kind of, it does annoy me, is that there are some Halloween fans out there, or horror fans in general, that always talk about how they've seen a bunch of these movies, not all of them, sometimes all of them, but they don't understand the time frame of them. And yes, it is confusing. I'm not judging anybody on it. Sometimes I'm like, well, what kind of a horror fan are you if you don't understand this timeline, if you don't understand the research, and check it out for yourself? Because, you know, when I really am into something, I usually want to find out more information and figure out what happened here, why, you know, like what's missing, or what did this mean, something like that. And that's just me. And that's just what I notice more hardcore fans do in general anyway. But I get it. It's not for everybody. And sometimes things just have to be explained to them. Well, I found out you got to explain this quite a bit. So today I'm going to explain the timeline of the Halloween movie franchise. Starting off, you have Halloween 1, John Carpenter's Halloween. That is the one with Jamie Lee Curtis, the babysitters. Michael Myers is known as the Shape. He stalks them. All right, that's the first one. Then you got Halloween 2. Halloween 2 still has Michael Myers. He follows Jamie Lee Curtis into the hospital. And when she's in the hospital, they find out they're brother and sister. That's that story. Halloween 3 is a totally separate movie. We did a whole podcast episode on that as to why they wanted to go into a different direction, make a different movie under the title Halloween, like Halloween 4, vampires, Halloween 5, Frankenstein, Halloween 6, werewolves. It was going to be something like that every year in October, and it just wasn't executed well, and the marketing didn't do it any justice, and therefore the movie suffered, and the idea was killed. Michael Myers is not in Halloween 3 at all for those reasons, and that is why it is totally different. So in Halloween 4, they brought him back, hence why it's Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. And then they had Halloween 5 and Halloween 6. In Halloween 4, 5, and 6, they say Jamie Lee Curtis's character, Laurie Strode, is killed off. I believe she dies in a car accident, but she has a daughter named Jamie Lloyd, and that is played by Danielle Harris, who became pretty popular in the franchise, and she actually shows up in Rob Zombie's Reboot. And then they took a break after 6, came out with Halloween H2O. This brought back Jamie Lee Curtis. And the confusing thing about this is they just totally disregarded Halloween 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is basically a Halloween 3, if you will, because it was continuing the story from the hospital. And Josh Hartnett plays her son. She's a teacher out in a private school, I think, in California. And she's under a different name to hide her past and keep a low profile. And it's supposed to take place 20 years since the first event. And then you have Halloween Resurrection, which continued after Halloween H2O. It showed Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis's character, die. And then this was basically an MTV real world. It was just bad. It was like reality TV in the Myers house, and he goes after kids. And yeah, you can really skip that one. And then you had the Halloween reboot in 2007, which would technically be Halloween 9. And then which was directed by Rob Zombie. And then Rob Zombie directed a sequel to the reboot just called Halloween 2. And then after Halloween 2 that Rob Zombie made, they took a break and you got Halloween 2018. And that's all it's called. It's just called Halloween, and it's kind of like air quotes, 2018. Now, Halloween 2018 is basically Halloween 2. They disregarded everything else past John Carpenter's Halloween. And you watch Halloween, the very first one, and then you can watch Halloween 2018, and it works as a 1 and 2. No, you do not count Halloween 2, because in Halloween 2018, Jamie Lee Curtis's character, Laurie Strode, is not related to Michael Myers at all. She is just a babysitter victim that has been traumatized from the night on Halloween in 1978. And then they're going to follow it with 2 more sequels called Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. So, that's the time frame and a brief rundown of what to expect from these movies. Now, here's where it gets confusing, because it is like a choose your own adventure. Basically, what you can do is you can watch Halloween 1 and 2, and then watch Halloween 4, 5, and 6 as a series of movies. Because they tell a certain story, and then you got Halloween 1 and 2, Halloween H2O, and if you really want to get further, Halloween Resurrection follows. But like I said, you can just skip that one because it's total trash. Halloween 3, like I said, is a standalone movie. You can count it as Halloween. You can count it as just Season of the Witch. It really doesn't matter. Then you got Rob Zombie's Halloween movies, and it's just the 2 of them. You just got Rob Zombie's Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And that's it. He made 2. He was done. And then when you got Halloween and Halloween 2018, you have those 2. And then you have Halloween Kills, which would technically be Halloween 3 if you want it to be. And Halloween Ends, which will be Halloween 4. So, I'm going to say it again. You got Halloween 1 and 2, 4, 5, and 6. Then you got Halloween 1 and 2, H2O, and Resurrection. Rob Zombie's Halloween and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 are its own separate thing. They don't follow any timeline except its own. And then for the more current movies, you got Halloween, Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. And that, my friends, is the latest edition. Until something goes beyond Halloween Ends, I hope that painted a clear picture for you, and you now have a better understanding as to how the Halloween franchise works. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your day.
Please, somebody help me.
Oh, yeah.